receipts. So this is $36 actually. Welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah here. For today's video, I'm really excited to be trying this product out. I'm going to be trying out the new Smashbox Studio Fix Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I saw Tati test it out on her channel and she said that it was a really amazing foundation. She was blown away by it. She said I think that it was like the best foundation that she's ever tried. So I thought I would go ahead and give it a shot, see how I like it, because I do love a full coverage long wear foundation. I am oily and I also don't like to reapply throughout the day, so I definitely love a foundation that can last and still look good after a full day of wear. So I'll give you guys my thoughts on this foundation. You guys will follow me around throughout the day and we'll check in, see how it's doing. But before we jump into it, I just want to welcome you if you are new. I create content and vlogs here on my channel on fashion and beauty, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications button. And of course, follow me on social media. All of my handles are linked down below. That way you guys can keep up with me day to day. But if you guys are curious about this foundation or really itching to hear my thoughts on it, keep on watching. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Studio Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. The color that I am using is the 3.2. I like this. So it tells you the skin tone and then the undertone, which is really great. The skin tone on 3.2 is medium dark and the undertone is neutral. This claims to be a 24-hour wear foundation. I'm not going to be wearing it for the full 24 hours. We're just going to do like maybe 8 to 10 hours today, but it is specifically formulated with super lightweight ingredients to give you a weightless, comfortable feel without sacrificing coverage. Packed with pigment, smooths with hyaluronic acid, has oil and shine control from kaolin clay with bamboo powder that controls oil and shine, a soft blurring effect with light scattering spheres. It's waterproof, sweat and humidity resistant, and it says to use a small amount of foundation. Inside the box studio tip, a little goes a long way. So this is what the tube looks like. It's just a pretty standard foundation tube. Nothing super fancy. I mean, Smashbox isn't known for having like extravagant packaging, so this is kind of in line with what I would expect from them, although honestly it's a little bit more casual than I would expect from Smashbox, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because so I have their Studio Skin. This is the hydrating foundation, and this is like in a really nice glass bottle. It's got a pump and everything, and it's just like, it just feels a little bit more luxe than this does. This feels like I could pick it up in a drugstore. Honestly, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the packaging, but like I mentioned in my intro, I did want to give this a try because of Tati. She said that it was amazing. It was one of the best foundations she's ever used, and she hasn't steered me wrong. I tried the Pure Love Your Selfie foundation because she said that that one at the time was one of the best ones that she's ever tried, and I love it, so I fully trust her recommendations. So if she says that this one is good, we're going to test it out. We're going to see how great the wear is. We're going to see what it looks like on the skin and if it really is as good as she and Smashbox claim. Okay, so I've moisturized my skin. I'm using the Boscia Cactus Water Moisturizer that you guys saw in my Sephora haul, which, you know, is where I had gotten this one from. I'm going to go in with 2 primers today since I am shooting. I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and then this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This one had so much hype around it because of Jeffree Star, but I don't know, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by it. It's not that it's bad or anything like that. It just didn't blow me out of the water, but it's effective, you know. It's good for like smoothing your face over and stuff, but it's not like mind-blowing or anything. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that just here in the middle to kind of fill in my skin and then on my T-zone. Okay, and then now going in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is probably one of my favorite primers. It doesn't do anything in terms of like make your skin super smooth or fill in your pores or anything like that, which is why I usually use 2 primers with it, but it makes your makeup last so long, which like I don't even know if I need that with this foundation since it claims to be 24-hour wear, but I always wear it on shoot days, so I want to give this foundation the same shot that I give all of my other foundations. So I'm going to do my primers like I usually would. And then I have a wet beauty sponge right here. This is the EcoTools Beauty Blending Sponge. I love this. You guys know I've talked about this like a million times. It is So good. I don't even buy beauty blenders anymore because these are amazing. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit. That might even be too much, but you know, it's okay. We can blend it out. Then I did match this foundation to my body, so if it looks kind of cray on my face, that is why it'll match my body. I definitely went in with too much foundation. I can already see it. This gives really, really good coverage with only having to use a little bit, which is great because then you can save money a little bit because you can stretch the product. And speaking of money, I believe that this foundation is either $38 or $39. I'm sorry, my phone is like out in the bathroom for some reason, so I don't have that number on me. Although, wait, I have my receipt. Hello, receipts. So this is $36 actually. My bad. Cheaper than I thought. Still, I mean, 36 bucks isn't like the cheapest foundation in the world. So, you know, if it's one where you only have to use a little bit at a time to get really, really good coverage, that's definitely worth the value. I probably could have even used half of what I used and it would have covered me just as well. It's definitely very, very full coverage. It covered up most of the marks and stuff on my face. It actually covered up my beauty mark too. Let me fix that. Okay. Yeah, it covered up most of the marks on my face. My acne scar right here is peeking through just a little bit. So I have seen other foundations that are more full coverage that would have gotten that spot out. So I'm gonna put just a little bit more on there, just a tiny bit more. Sorry, not trying to flip you guys off. Just on that one spot, because if I'm wearing full coverage, I like it to be fully full coverage. Okay, there we go. And it's gone. It definitely looks very, very nice on the skin. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing foundation, but with me looking right now, it does seem a little bit thick, but you know, it'll thin out and stuff throughout the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going and finish up my makeup, and then I will be back to talk to you guys a little bit more about how I feel about it. Okay, so I'm all finished with my makeup. I have set it with setting spray and everything. I used the Milani Make It Last Matte Finishing Spray. This is really, really amazing. I got it when we went to BeautyCon and I'm like blown away by this spray. It's so good. And then in case you were wondering, I am wearing Honeycomb on my lips. This is from Bite Beauty, the Amuse Bouche collection. I love this lipstick formula. It's so good. But this is literally their only nude lipstick, and this is like a color that I definitely have to wear makeup with. And then just like one more new thing. I used the Sephora, this is like the blush duo in Poppy. This is the color on my cheeks. I went a little bit heavier just because we are shooting, so I want to make sure that it lasts for a little while, but I really like the color. I think it's definitely appropriate for fall. So that's kind of like what I finished my face out with. Now, as far as how this looks, I will say, to me, this foundation looks like just a touch heavy, just ever so slightly heavy. This is definitely like a full face, full glam kind of foundation. I wouldn't wear this on a day that I'm trying to do like natural makeup or anything like that. But it does look good. Like I had mentioned, it is a very, very full coverage foundation, so it gave me just like a really good clean base to work with. So I'll wear this throughout the day and check in with you guys, let you guys know my thoughts. But one thing I did want to mention on here is that this foundation comes with 1 fluid ounce of product for $36. It's in line with pricing for the amount of product you get for a higher end makeup brand. It's not like necessarily a luxury brand, but it's like definitely like a higher tier makeup brand. But you know, the coverage is really even. It looks good. This definitely looks like a foundation that's gonna last for a long time. So we'll see, you know, at what point of the day it starts to break down, but it does leave you very, very matte. You guys can see I am not shiny at all, except for like maybe the spots where I put on highlighter, but other than that, definitely super, super matte. I will say though, when I'm like layering on powders, like be very, very light-handed when you're layering on powders, because it can get kind of like chunky in some areas. Like you can see here, I'm trying to like pat it out, but I think that that's definitely gonna be there for like a little while because it is such a thick, strong foundation. It's really gonna hold on to the powders that you put on top. But like my bronzer and everything still blended very seamlessly. It was just like more of my setting powders and like my face powders that got a little bit chunky. But anyways, I'm gonna go head off to shoot and check in with you guys in a couple of hours from now, let you guys know how this is wearing. All right, what time is it?
It's like 12:40. Let's see, 12:47.
Okay, so it's 12:47. Did my makeup at like 10:30, so I'm about 2 hours of wear in. I'm wearing the foundation that Tati reviewed, the Smashbox one.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
How
So
do you feel so far?
I think that it looks good. It's a little bright, so I
know
can't
you
really
tried
see.
her other one that she had.
Ooh. Yeah, the pure one.
Yeah.
That one was really, really good.
That looks really good.
But this one looks like it's holding up. I mean, I expected.
It looks really good up here. Like right here looks really good.
My only thing is like I feel like it's because it claimed to be weightless, but I feel like it's thicker than I wanted it to be. But like the coverage is good on it. I mean, it's not breaking down. Still looks really good. Yeah. I mean, it's a 24-hour wear foundation. If it broke down after 2 hours, I'd be like, you need to rename the claims on these. But yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, well, we're gonna shoot Michelle. So I'll check in with you guys in a minute. All right, so Trevor and I are getting pizza right now, and this is a new car, so for some reason the light won't turn on. So I need to tell him that his lights won't turn on, so I'm using my camera or my phone. But I just want to check in on the foundation. So I want to let you guys know it's breaking down like by my mouth. I saw it's getting like really cakey by my mouth and on my chin especially. Everywhere else it seems to look pretty good. I don't know if the camera's picking everything up. I am getting shiny for sure on my forehead and on my cheeks. But yeah, right about, sorry guys. So right about here and stuff is where it's like really breaking down. It's getting cakey, it's getting patchy and stuff like that. And right now it is currently 6:40. So it's been about 8 hours now at this point. And I think I noticed it breaking down about an hour ago. So at about 7 hours or so, it starts to break down. But I have been changing a lot too. I changed like 4 or 5 times today, so I was sweating and I was like moving stuff all over my face and everything. So it's holding up pretty well considering that. But yeah, I expected it to hold up a little bit better, especially at 8 hours for a 24-hour foundation. Okay, you guys, so it is the end of the night. It is about 11:15 right now. So I have had this foundation on for like almost 13 hours right now at this point. So I am gonna go ahead and take it off because I just want to start getting ready for bed and everything. But I just wanted to do a quick check-in. So I mean, it definitely broke down by my eyes. I'm seeing a lot of texture coming through right here. Sorry, this is like very up close and personal of my skin and my face, but I just want you guys to see like what actually happened with it. Like I said, all of this just totally broke down. You guys can see like my blemishes and stuff peeking through. So I wouldn't exactly call this like a full 24-hour wear. It definitely starts to break down at about like probably 6-7 hours was probably when it really started. And then you could really see it at about 8 hours. I do think that it is a good foundation. If you're looking for a long wear foundation, I mean, it still pretty much stayed intact and looked pretty okay unless you were really scrutinizing it and looking really closely at it like I was today. But otherwise, and just like, you know, regular world, out and about, it was great as a long wear foundation. Would I repurchase it? Honestly, probably not. I think that there are a lot of really, really good foundations out there that last a really long time and still look really, really great, like hours and hours into the day. Like my personal holy grail long wear full coverage foundation, which is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. That one I've told the story before, but I did my cousin's makeup at 6 a.m. one day, then I did my makeup with the exact same foundation, and at the end of the night, both of our faces looked absolutely flawless. So if I'm gonna splurge on like a high coverage, long wear foundation, it would definitely be that one. Honestly, this is a good one. It's just like, to me, I think that there's better out there for what it claims to be. And also too, I just really didn't like enjoy how cakey it ended up looking like an hour into wear and everything like that. So like I said, not a bad one. Would I recommend it? Maybe. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I would definitely say that there is better out there. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here so I can get to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this wear test and review was helpful in case you were considering getting this foundation. I love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new, follow me on social media, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. She said that it was amazing, and what the hell is on my hand? What the hell is on my hand? No, come back. Oh, okay. Don't fall, don't fall. Freaking fly season here. You guys, I can't wait till we move. I'll be so happy when we finally do.